Your balls are a loaded gun, ready to go off at the slightest touch. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. Make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide. There's a link in the video description below. So people often ask me if there's any dangers to practicing semen retention, and there are some potential negative side effects of doing semen retention. Semen retention isn't just an easy fix everything all the time for everyone. There's some certain dynamics that happen when you start to retain your sexual essence that you really need to be aware of so you don't amplify negativity in your life. So it's important to understand that when you're practicing semen retention, you're simply building up this sexual energy. You're simply adding more fuel to the gas tank, we could say. And this isn't inherently good or bad. You just have more energy to express yourself in whatever way that you do, right? So it's the equivalent of like giving someone $1 million. Does that all of a sudden make them a good person and fix everything for them? Definitely not. Some people are going to do amazing things with that money. Some people are going to improve themselves, improve their community, change the world with it. Some people are going to do horrendous acts with it. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with semen retention. It makes you more of who you are. So if you're not doing the work to improve yourself, to cultivate yourself, to find harmony and balance in your life, and you start throwing gasoline on the fire of your life force energy, then you're going to run into some problems. The path of sexual kung fu is a path of heightened, accelerated evolution, of accelerated growth and empowerment. It's really about becoming a master of your internal world so that you can master the external world as well. And if you're not doing the inner work when you're practicing semen retention, then you can really start to amplify imbalances within yourself. Because one of the aspects of sexual energy, this Jing Qi as the Taoists call it, is that it amplifies things. It's like that single sperm grows into an entire human body, multiplying trillions of times. That is the power that you're generating within you. If you're not conscious of what is going on within your body, within your mind, and in your life, then you're just throwing this amplifying sexual energy on top of it. And I've seen it in many people. They start to amplify these negative aspects within their lives, start to amplify their anger, start to amplify disharmony in their relationships because they're not doing the underlying work to resolve these issues. So you have to be careful. Semen retention isn't for everyone. If you're not going to do the inner work to balance yourself, then you should not be practicing semen retention. It's like when Luke goes to Dagobah to learn the Force, and Yoda says, I've been watching this guy for a while, and he's very reckless, he's very dangerous. His father did some questionable things. I don't know if I should train this guy. And it's the equivalent of that, right? But here in the modern world, all the information, all this ancient esoteric information is available to us. There's no filter. So it's up to us to make sure that we are balanced and harmony and doing something for the highest good of ourselves and for our community in doing these practices instead of just simply doing them to fulfill our ego, which is always a path of destruction. I see a lot of egos in the semen retention community. It's easy to do this just to want to attract women, just to want to make more money, to be a really cool guy who everyone wants to be with. But what do these things really matter? When you're at the end of your life, when you're laying on your deathbed, none of these things are going to matter. They're all going to dissolve. So it's like, what have you actually accomplished? And that's what the highest path of semen retention really means, is cultivating this energy, transforming it into a spiritual energy, transforming into kindness, into generosity, into growth and abundance to make the world a better place than it was before you got here. So one of the major issues that men run into when they're practicing semen retention is stuck energy, stagnant energy. Again, as you build up this huge reservoir of sexual energy, if you're not doing internal practices to circulate it, it's going to get stuck. It's going to create blockages in your body, blockages in your psyche and the way that you express yourself. This usually manifests as the most common thing is premature ejaculation, because your balls are a loaded gun, ready to go off at the slightest touch. So that's the most common thing, is premature ejaculation. Feelings of frustration and irritability, often sexual frustration, excessive horniness, becoming a bit of a sexual predator type, just being a very angry and irritable person. This is one of the most common things. Every day my inboxes are flooded with messages from guys saying, I feel so angry and irritable when I'm practicing semen retention. And I always tell them, it means that your energy's stuck. You're not moving that energy. You're not transforming it. It doesn't do you very much good just sitting in your balls stuck. You need to move that energy throughout your body through internal exercises. Now, when I say internal exercises, I'm not saying going to the gym and working out. That's going to help you keep things moving and burn off excessive energy, but you need more than that. You need internal energy cultivation practices. You need to be able to consciously work with the energy channels of the body so that you can guide the sexual energy out of the genitals, move it around the body, and refine it, changing the shape of it. You know, as the sexual energy moves out, it transforms into this more usable energy. The Taoists say the Jing transforms into Qi. The Qi is the subtle energy flowing through the channels of the body, and Jing is that vital essence which is creating your body. So as it moves, it changes shape into something you can actually use. So if you're going to practice semen retention, again, it's essential that you keep this sexual energy moving throughout your body, or else it's going to get stuck. You're going to have blockages. You're going to amplify unconscious patterns. Sometimes it gets stuck in the wrong part of the body and you amplify these unconscious negative patterns. You just become a very angry person. You don't enjoy life anymore. You just feel stuck. It's really not fun to do semen retention if you're experiencing these things. It's just really not enjoyable. You know, you'd be better off having an ejaculation here and there to balance yourself out. So that's why if you're doing semen retention, then you need to keep that energy moving. So that's the biggest danger of semen retention, is allowing your energy to get stuck, and then you start to become an angry, irritable, a really unpleasant person all around, and you're not doing anything good with that energy. You need to have a purpose. You need to have something you're channeling that sexual energy into, and you need to be doing your meditation, doing your internal energy practice, circulating that energy throughout your body. Now, specifically, you're probably wondering, how do I do this? Check out my Microcosmic Orbit meditation. That's the #1 starting point for practicing semen retention. Once you get that down, you can try the testicle breathing practice. I have videos on both of these on my YouTube channel. These are practices to circulate that sexual energy throughout the body. Also, I practice Qigong every day. Qigong is an absolutely amazing practice that opens up the energy channels of the body, keeps your Qi moving and circulating. This is a fantastic practice if you're doing semen retention, to keep that Qi moving, keep yourself in the flow. So you really have to ask yourself, why am I practicing semen retention? Is it because I want to be able to tell people, oh, I went 100 days without ejaculating, I am a badass? Is it because you want women to be throwing themselves at you? Or is it because you want to be a better person, to become the best version of yourself? I didn't get into semen retention because I just wanted to, tell people I went long periods of time without ejaculating or have women throw themselves at me. I got into semen retention because I was studying Taoist internal practices. I was studying Qigong, internal energy exercises. I was studying meditation, spirituality, and I discovered that by constantly ejaculating, I was depleting myself of energy. And at the same time, I was practicing Qigong, I was practicing yoga, meditation. So it became effortless for me to naturally start going longer and longer periods of time without ejaculating, because the energy was moving. I never experienced these negative effects, the flat line people talk about, feelings of anger, frustration, stagnance. I didn't experience these things because I was able to keep my Qi moving, because I had to practice at the same time. So I highly encourage you, if you're practicing semen retention, then have an internal energy practice. It's a must. And I guarantee you, it will make this an effortless, sustainable, and enjoyable lifestyle for you. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you have found this helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. What do you do to keep your energy moving when you're practicing semen retention? I'd love to hear. Have a great day, my friends.